The momentum is one of the key elements in the Sine Tempore play system. It determines the order of activation of miniatures on the battlefield, the start and end of missions, and when events take place. The momentum is composed of phases, sectors, glyphs, and a dial with a phase and harmonica hand. The 12 phases determine playing time. Each phase corresponds to one sector. The sectors hold the activation tokens of models on the board. They determine the order of activation, creating a dynamic game flow rather than a system of strict player turns. Some of the sectors have glyphs, which are used to activate the special skills of weapons and models. The phase hand of the dial is used to indicate the active sector. 12 phases make up one harmonica. The harmonica hand, together with the phases, defines the start and end of missions and is also used to trigger events determined by time. When the phase hand reaches the sector occupied by the Fawn Hunter, he will be activated regardless of the actions made. The enemy activation tokens spend all the available action points. The action points are determined by the rapidity value shown on the enemy card. This value also determines the order of activation. Once there are no more tokens inside the sector, the phase hand moves to the next one. If an enemy and a hero both have the same rapidity value, the enemy will always start first. When a hero is activated, just like with the enemies, the number of action points they can spend is determined by their rapidity value. Unlike the enemies, however, the hero can choose how many points to spend. Action points can be spent on different actions. For example, one action point can be spent to move one square, or, alternatively, if a hero decides to attack an enemy, they must decide which weapon to use and spend the number of action points shown on the card. For example, in this case, playing with ACAB and with 4 available action points, it is possible to choose whether to make a simple attack or a chained attack. To attack, a hero rolls the number of dice indicated by the relevant characteristic plus those of the weapon's attack bonus. Each symbol matching those in the weapon damage will inflict 1 wound on the target. Different weapons have different attack profiles and secondary effects.